Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today, guys, a busy market as always, big updates for you, many stories, and so we are ready to jump into it together. And here we are, guys, always news, always updates for you. I remind you every single day here on YouTube to be part of the family because we have updates, we have stories, and we are keeping you updated on absolutely everything. So remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel because we are together and we give you all the very latest every single day. Last night, I closed the video by telling you, or I started the video by telling you, Maxence Lacroix to Chelsea is at the final stages, is almost done, just waiting on a final approval, and the final approval arrived this morning. I told you also that it was not going to be a swap deal, so no players included. This was the decision from Chelsea and Crystal Palace, despite Palace asking about Axel Disasi, because 2 days ago, Crystal Palace tried to include Axel Disasi as a part of this negotiation, but the answer from the player was that he's not interested in joining Palace. And so now Maxence Lacroix to Chelsea is a done deal, and it's a here we go without involving anything about other players. Chelsea will pay £52 million, so after 117 million pounds paid for Morgan Rogers at the beginning of the week from Aston Villa, Chelsea closed the week with another signing, Maxence Lacroix. I always told you he was their number one target, top target, the priority, the player they wanted, and now the deal is done for 52 million euros. So Disasi at the moment is staying at Chelsea, but he's still expected to leave the club in the summer transfer window. For Disasi, there will be movements. Disasi would like a different kind of experience, so we will see what's going to happen. West Ham tried to keep the player even in Championship after he did very well on loan last season, but the intention of the player is not to play in Championship next season, so let's see what's going to happen there. In terms of outgoings for Chelsea, another exclusive update of the morning is a new bid coming from Como for Trevoh Chalobah. Como have presented a new official bid this morning to Chelsea for Trevoh Chalobah. Como have an agreement with the player, so the player said yes to the contract proposal received by Como. The possibility to play in Italy is something appealing for Trevoh Chalobah, who is very open to this option, to this possibility. And now also on Chalobah, important to mention something regarding the fee, because the player is keen, but the fee is going to be, according to my information, 30 million euros add-ons included, but these add-ons are now almost guaranteed. So before it was 25 plus 5 more complicated. Now is 30, basically 25 plus 5, but those 5 are very easy to reach. Like the obligation to buy for Garnacho to Aston Villa is very easy to reach. In this case, the 5 million euros obligation to buy is really easy to reach. So Como hope to close the deal for Chalobah in the next days, but there is optimism because Chalobah is not expected to stay at Chelsea this summer. So we will be following all the very latest on this. Then, guys, more updates for the morning. I told you that Carlo Ancelotti was not going to be the new Italy head coach because he wants to continue with Brazil. He will lead Brazil into the Copa America 2028 and into the World Cup 2030. This is the plan. And also, Pep Guardiola yesterday, Paolo Maldini, director of the Italian Federation, came in public and said we are in discussions with Pep Guardiola, waiting an answer from Pep Guardiola. Today, Pep Guardiola decided to reject the proposal from the Italian national team. Pep Guardiola respects Italy. Pep Guardiola considered this possibility, but Pep wants to continue with his family now and then return to coaching later on. So this is the plan for Guardiola. Now, Italy will check on different coaches, Andrea Pirlo, Antonio Conte, Roberto Mancini. These are the 3 main names to make a decision as soon as possible, but Pep Guardiola is not going to be the new Italy head coach. Talking about more players, guys, just quickly, Cuti Romero, I told you the Argentinian defender is leaving Tottenham, is decided, is 100% decided. Tottenham 4 centre-backs for the new season will be Van Ecke, Van de Ven is going nowhere, and also important to mention Kevin Danso, and important to mention Marco Senesi, who joined Tottenham in the summer transfer window. Romero is leaving, and for Cuti Romero, Inter have started talks also on player side. Inter have approached Tottenham, and Inter have approached the players camp. So Inter are trying. For Barcelona, it's only possible in case they sell a centre-back. Only in that case they can think about a Romero possibility. Otherwise, Barca are not going for Cuti Romero. So this is the situation around the player. Then I wanted to mention something more on a former Tottenham player, Harry Kane. Now the World Cup is over, the player is on holiday. After the holidays, Bayern are prepared to approach Harry Kane camp to offer him a new contract. Because after some calls arrived from Spain over the recent weeks, Bayern have already confirmed to Harry Kane before these calls and before the World Cup that they want to offer him a new contract, and now they are expected to return to the table, meet with the brother of Harry Kane, who is taking care of his future, and offer a new contract to the striker. So Bayern are set to return to the table and offer a new deal to Harry Kane. And that's going to be a negotiation, a conversation taking place in the next weeks. So keep an eye on that one, because obviously it's going to be important to understand the future of Harry Kane at Bayern. Then guys, I wanted to mention something more just quickly for all of you asking me about the situation of Manchester United and Carlos Baleba. What's the story on Manchester United and Baleba? What's happening between Manchester United and Baleba? Just quickly, guys, from my understanding, Baleba, 1 year ago, August 2025, was pushing like crazy to go to Man United. And Baleba had an agreement on personal terms with Man United. So he had his dream to become a Man United player. Then Man United couldn't proceed because Brighton didn't want to sell the player. He was a top target at that time with Amorim, and so nothing happened. Then Man United were considering Baleba as a top target when Amorim was at the club. Then, since January, when Amorim and Man United decided not to continue together, since that time, the track has gone cold for Baleba. Now, the name is out there again. Why? Because my understanding is that those close to the player have been in contact again with Man United to suggest the possibility to return for Baleba. So it's from Baleba's side that they are trying to understand if Man United can return for the boy or not. After the Ederson deal off and after all the other developments, from Baleba's side, they want to understand if there is a chance to reopen conversations and negotiations with Man United. We know United are looking for a third midfielder. We know United want to make something happen for another defensive midfielder. So this is the plan, this is the idea, but we need to understand now if there is going to be a possibility for Baleba or any other option, because Man United are checking on the market which possibilities can become concrete in this summer transfer window. But Baleba is a name who was already high on the recruitment team list 1 year ago. The player is super keen about Man United. Now it depends on the club whether they want to proceed or not. Guys, on this and much more, many updates as always every single day. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and then every single day, guys, we are here to keep you posted. So your opinion on Lacroix to Chelsea, on Harry Kane, Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, Cuti Romero, what do you think about his future? And then Carlos Baleba, yes or not for Man United, so your opinion.